Hi, my name's Guy Cooper and my job title is Head of Community Engagement here at the Wayside Chapel. The Wayside Chapel started in 1964 with a man named Ted Noffs, who was a Methodist minister, and asked if he could come here to this location and care for the local community. He put Wayside on the map. Wayside is famous, is not a wrong word, for caring for our local community. And obviously King's Cross historically was the red light district of Sydney and also the drug capital of Australia. The people that we cared for historically have always been those that are doing it rough. So people that are sleeping rough, homeless, sex workers, people with addictions, mental health issues, young people that run away, end up in the cross. Wayside is different to other places. So we're a church, but not like any other church, and we're known as being a welfare agency, but we're not really a welfare agency either. So we have no distinction between anybody who walks in our front door, which all comes about because of our mission statement. Our mission statement is creating community with no us and them. Anybody who walks through our front door is welcome. We are here to serve the whole community, and if the whole community aren't here on a regular basis interacting and engaging with each other, then our mission statement isn't a reality. So we don't have clients, we only have visitors. Our mission statement is also our method. Our method is to create community, to build connection, to help people recognise that they're not alone. And by knowing that they're not alone, they may be able to make the tough decisions that lead to life if they know there's people beside them and with them and for them. We do a whole lot of programs, but our focus is not the programs. The focus of the programs is to open the door to the opportunity of meeting, rather than being seen in and of themselves. So tons and tons of stuff happens here every week, from community lunches to yoga classes to playgroups to sewing classes, art classes, tons and tons of activities. Community is actually the core of everything we do here. The biggest issue we see in our society today is actually isolation, and that's not just for people that are doing it rough. Whenever we have any kind of event like a slam poetry competition, we have people who are living rough and we have people who are the opposite end of the spectrum all coming together and engaging and meeting and connecting. And so the sense of connectedness and community is what our whole focus is all about. There's a lot of people who are here giving of being themselves and not being paid, and that's a really significant thing because they're clearly here because they want to be, not because of being paid to be or doing a particular job. Our boss here, a man named Ray Richmond, who was a minister, from his own personal convictions, opened what he called a tolerance room, and he did this as an act of civil disobedience. So there was at least one death a week from heroin in King's Cross at the time, and dozens of overdoses. So he opened up the tolerance room, people started using it, the police became aware, they pulled up and came in and closed it down, arrested a couple of people that were using, arrested Ray, took him up to the King's Cross police station, charged him, released him, he went home and had a sleep and came back the next day and opened it up again. So it was only open for 9 days, he was arrested every second day, and it was clear he was going to continue to keep opening it no matter how many times he was arrested. So what happened was every television news crew in Sydney was out the front, and that media frenzy led to the organisers of the summit saying, if you put this, if you close it down, we'll put it on the agenda. And so in the year 2000, on a trial basis, the first medically supervised injecting centre in Australia was set up on the main street in King's Cross, and it's still open, and it's no longer on trial. I have a son, and if he were an injecting drug user, I would want this place to exist, and any parent would. That doesn't mean I support injecting drug use. It just means that there've been 5,700 times where someone has overdosed, who probably would have overdosed in a park or a back lane in King's Cross, and many of those would have not made it. I think it's a fantastic thing, and I can't believe that we've waited 17 years before we have the second one in Australia, and it's the only way forward. I love who we are, I love what we do, I love how we do what we do. It's not just that we do good things, it's the way we go about that and the whole philosophy. The Gender Centre told us a couple of years ago that we're the only location in Sydney where their clients feel free to come and be themselves. Anybody is welcome in a way that's non-judgmental, and people know that. That's a reality, it's not just words. And that has a massive impact on people's lives, particularly for many people who've experienced lots of heartache and judgment in their lives. To be in a place where they're welcome, without judgment, just who they are, is a freeing thing and a positive thing, and a special place to be.